Welcome to Journeys of Faith. Welcome to Journeys of Faith. Brother Joseph Frialdenhoven here. Be sure to click the link in the description for the full article, Weapon Against Anxiety, the Surrender Novena. In a world that often feels like it's spinning out of control, where anxiety grips us with an iron fist over uncertainties in our personal lives, careers, and even our faith, there exists a quiet, powerful tool rooted in centuries of a Catholic tradition. It's called the Surrender Novena, a 9-day prayer journey that invites us to release our burdens, to let go of the need to control every outcome, and to place our trust entirely in God's hands. For many, it's not just a devotion, it's a lifeline, a way to find peace when the storms of life threaten to capsize our fragile boats. At Journeys of Faith, we've spent over 4 decades guiding Catholics through transformative spiritual experiences, from pilgrimages to sacred shrines to the deep dive into the lives of saints and Eucharistic miracles. Established in 1980 by Bob and Penny Lord, our mission has always been to illuminate the path to a deeper relationship with Christ through authoritative teaching and personal encounters with the divine. The Surrender Novena fits perfectly into this mission, offering a practice that doesn't just ask for prayers to be answered, it demands a radical act of trust, a surrender that can reshape how we face life's challenges. I've seen firsthand, through the stories shared by our community and the countless pilgrims we've walked with, how this novena can crack open hearts hardened by worry. It's not a magic spell or a quick fix. It's a disciplined, soul-bearing process that echoes the struggles and triumphs of the saints we so often turn to for inspiration. Whether you're a lifelong Catholic or someone grappling with doubts, the Surrender Novena offers a framework to confront anxiety head on, not by fighting it with sheer willpower, but by handing it over to a higher power. Let's explore how this devotion, championed by figures like servant of God Don Dolindo Ruotolo, can become your own weapon against the chaos of modern life, drawing you closer to the peace that only faith can provide. From anxiety to peace, practical steps to pray the surrender novena with your family. In a world that often feels like it's spinning out of control, between the endless news cycles, the pressures of work, and the quiet struggles within our own homes, finding peace can seem like an impossible quest. I've been there, wrestling with anxiety that creeps in during the still hours of the night, wondering how to shield my family from the chaos outside our door. As a Catholic, I've learned that surrender isn't about giving up, it's about giving over, placing our burdens into hands far stronger than our own. That's where the Surrender Novena comes in, a 9-day prayer that's less about reciting words and more about reshaping your heart. Here at Journeys of Faith, we've spent over 4 decades walking alongside Catholics just like you, guiding pilgrims to sacred places, diving deep into the mysteries of the Eucharist, and learning from the saints who've gone before us. Founded by Bob and Penny Lord after their own profound conversion, our mission has always been to foster spiritual growth through authentic Catholic teaching and lived experience. We've seen firsthand how devotion can transform lives, how a simple prayer prayed with intention can shift a family from turmoil to trust. The Surrender Novena, a powerful devotion rooted in letting go and trusting God's plan, isn't just a solo journey. It's something you can and should bring into your home, gathering your spouse, your kids, even your skeptical teenager to pray as one. I've watched this prayer work quiet miracles in my own life, turning moments of dread into unexpected calm. In this article, we'll walk through practical steps to pray the Surrender Novena with your family, drawing on the wisdom of our faith and the resources we've built at Journeys of Faith to support you. Whether you're new to novenas or a seasoned prayer warrior, this is about meeting you where you are and helping you take that next step toward peace. Let's dive in together why the Surrender Novena is a spiritual weapon. Let's cut through the noise of our chaotic, anxiety-ridden lives for a moment. The Surrender Novena isn't just another prayer routine to check off your spiritual to-do list. It's a 9-day gauntlet that forces you to confront the illusions of control we cling to like life rafts. In a world where we're conditioned to micromanage every detail, from our careers to our relationships, this novena flips the script. It demands you let go, hand over the reins, and trust in a divine plan that you can't see or predict. And that, my friends, is where its power lies. This isn't some fluffy feel good devotion. It's raw, it's uncomfortable. The Surrender Novena, rooted in the teachings of servant of God Father Dolindo Ruotolo, centers on a radical act of faith, repeating the phrase, "Oh, Jesus, I surrender myself to you. Take care of everything. 10 times a day for 9 days." Sounds simple, right? But try it. Try saying it when your mind is racing with worst case scenarios or when life feels like it's spiraling beyond repair. Each repetition becomes a strike against the fortress of worry we've built around ourselves. It chips away at the lie that we're the ultimate architects of our fate. What makes this novena a spiritual weapon is its ability to rewire how we approach suffering. Anxiety thrives on our need to fix, to solve, to anticipate every disaster. But Father Dolindo's message, received through divine inspiration, is clear. Surrender isn't weakness, it's warfare. It's a deliberate act of defiance against the forces that want us paralyzed by fear. When we surrender, we're not giving up, we're aligning ourselves with a strength far greater than our own. We're saying, I can't do this alone, and I don't have to. For anyone who's ever felt crushed under the weight of uncertainty, this novena offers a lifeline, not by promising easy answers, but by teaching us to rest in the mystery of God's will. And let's be real, this isn't a one and done fix. The Surrender Novena doesn't magically erase anxiety from your life, but it equips you with a tool, a discipline to face it head on. It's a reminder that peace isn't the absence of struggle, it's the presence of trust. Day by day, as you recite those words, you're training your soul to release the burdens you were never meant to carry. You're stepping into a posture of humility that, ironically, makes you stronger. Father Dolindo Rotolo and the birth of the Surrender Novena. If you've ever felt the crushing weight of anxiety, the kind that grips your heart and refuses to let go, you're not alone. And neither was Father Dolindo Rotolo, a little known Italian priest whose life was a testament to both profound suffering and unshakable trust in God. Born in Naples in 1882, Father Dolindo lived through personal trials that would break most of us: poverty, misunderstanding, even accusations of heresy that led to his temporary suspension from priestly duties. Yet through it all, he clung to a radical idea: surrender, not as defeat, but as a weapon against despair. Father Dolindo's story isn't just a footnote in Catholic history, it's the origin of the Surrender Novena, a 9-day prayer that's become a lifeline for countless souls drowning in worry. He claimed to have received the words of this novena directly from Jesus during a moment of deep spiritual intimacy. The message was simple yet piercing. Why do you confuse yourselves by worrying? Leave the care of your affairs to me, and everything will be peaceful. These aren't just platitudes. They're a challenge to let go, to trust, even when the ground beneath you feels like it's crumbling. The Surrender Novena, as Father Dolindo penned it, isn't about passive resignation. It's an active daily choice to hand over your fears, your plans, your very self to God. Each day of the novena builds on this theme with meditations and a repeated refrain of surrender. Oh, Jesus, I surrender myself to you. Take care of everything. That acts like a spiritual reset button. Father Dolindo lived this surrender in his own life, enduring false accusations and ecclesiastical scrutiny with a quiet, almost stubborn faith. He didn't just write about letting go, he embodied it, even when the world seemed stacked against him. This isn't ancient history either. The Surrender Novena has surged in popularity in recent years, passed around in prayer groups, and shared on social media as a balm for modern anxieties. Father Dolindo, who died in 1970, never saw this digital revival, but his words cut through the noise of our hyper-connected age with a clarity that feels almost prophetic. He understood something we often forget, that control is an illusion, and true peace comes only when we stop grasping for it. Be sure to click the link in the description for the full article. Please load our free Bob and Penny Lord app. Here's how to download our free Bob and Penny Lord app. Simply, with your iPhone or Android device, go to the App Store, search for Bob and Penny Lord app, and download it. It's that simple. Here's what you can do with our free Bob and Penny Lord app. Number one, there's a link to our marketplaces, our websites, our blog, and this podcast. The second link is to our Bob and Penny Lord TV channel, where you can access all of our videos as seen on EWTN, plus a whole lot more. Thank you very much.